This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting, proudly sponsored by Empire Fight Star and joined today by Jack Catterall. Jack, you just got back from Dubai. How was it?
Yeah, it was good. Been a couple of weeks since the fight now, and not really done too much back into family life. So it was nice to go out there, enjoy the weekend, and obviously, I'm sure you've seen I managed to get a deal done with Pro Bellum, so that topped the trip off for me.
Yeah, certainly. A lot of people are going out to Dubai now. It's quite especially in boxing now, it's quite common. What was it like out there? Was it your first time being out there, or had you been out there before?
Been out there before for the last couple of years. The boxing is getting big out there now. It's getting a lot of interest and a lot of support. So, we went to 2 days back to back worth of boxing, Friday and Saturday night, which was nice. And yeah, you know what? It was with good people, good company, and we went out there and we enjoyed it.
Yeah, certainly. Must have been quite nice. Did you see the Eddie Hall fight? Was that out there? That went out there, didn't it?
Yeah, so we went to the boxing on Saturday. That finished about 11. They changed the ring, the canvas, and we went out for some food and come back. And that fight went on about 1:30.
In the morning?
In the morning, yeah. So there was no undercard to it. It was literally the Pro Bellum boxing show finished. They changed all the settings, and then went back in for the Thor versus Hall fight.
So you're quite tired then, basically, what you're saying?
Shattered.
Really? But you won't get much jet lag coming from flying from Dubai, will you? From England? There's not much of a time difference. Or is there?
No, you know what? We kind of stayed in this time zone, going to bed late, waking up a bit later. So no, we come back, we landed at a decent time on Monday, and straight back into it. It's been a good couple of days.
Yeah, it certainly has been, obviously. Did you get it, since you're going out for Bellum, did you get a fly first class or was it economy?
I booked the flights, it was economy.
And that should be in the contract when you sign for Bellum, you should have first class.
Oh, it's in there now. We won't be going back out there unless it's first class.
Oh, there you go. That must be pretty nice. So Jack, tell me, what is the kind of the last, kind of bittersweet almost, what's the kind of the last 2 weeks been for you since the fight?
Yeah, so a couple of weeks since the fight, it was I guess the first 4 or 5 days after the fight, I had a couple of down days, which is expected. But I think I've said it before, I've got a good family and good network, my coaches, my teammates, etc. So I'm not one to dwell on things. We had to draw a line under it. Things are at my control. There's a lot of moving parts with the boxing board, the governing bodies. Things that I can't control. So ultimately, it was about just snapping out of it. And like you said, it's been bittersweet. I've had a lot of support since the fight, which is nice. And I think good things will come now. I proved that I belong at that level. I beat Josh. Josh knows I beat him. And now it's just about moving forward and actually getting them world titles and bringing them back.
After kind of first couple of days after the fight, did you ever feel like giving up boxing at all? Was that ever kind of cross your mind?
As wrong as everything was, it didn't. I know I box to provide for my family and etc. But more than anything, I enjoy being in the gym, training, being alongside my coaches and working out. I think that's what keeps me going mentally, and I enjoy that environment. I mean, it's difficult because no, it didn't cross my mind. As wrong as it all was, it's what keeps me going now. My passion for the sport, so you can't keep a good man down.
Yeah, certainly. So just talking about the fight, obviously, we'll touch on it. We're going into it. You're obviously quite awkward fighter. What was the game plan going into that about?
The game plan was, I said, pretty clear. We knew Josh was a fiery fighter, fights and bursts, fights with a lot of emotion. We're up in Scotland. We expected the crowd to play a factor. I believe the pressure was on him. He had a lot to prove. I was kind of dismissed as a homecoming fight by everybody, apart from me and my close family and the team that went up there. So it was about nullifying Josh's work, fighting at my tempo and doing what I do. I think too many people get wrapped up in what the opponent does good and fear of that. I believed in my ability I believed getting in the ring at 10 stone, weighing at 10 stone, and I always believed I could beat Josh. I believed that his number. I said it in the build-up, timing beat speed. I believed in my defence, believed in my attack, and I just knew that anything that Josh come with on that night, I had an answer for.
Certainly, and after the first round, I remember you hit him with quite significant. I was overhand left. What information was Jamie telling you in the corner, Jamie and Nigel?
Jamie and Nigel were brilliant. So throughout the fight, a lot of great instructions, and it was a case of just what's the word? Negotiating round by round, doing enough to win the rounds, not being too greedy, not getting involved in places in the fight where would have been dangerous, and I was getting the right instructions, and I believe that I pulled it off to a T.
It's interesting how you say, "Oh yeah, not to be too greedy there." After you knocked him down, I think it was in the later rounds. Was there any temptation to try and get him out of there, or just want to make sure he sit back and you work?
You know, I felt like I was giving him a boxing lesson. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to get the knockout. Looking at Josh's previous fights, I know he'd never been down before, but he certainly comes back swinging after he has been caught, and he fights fire with fire. So it was about, I mean, you can say in hindsight what happened, but could I have stepped on it? Possibly. I think I did the right thing. Definitely, I think there could have been mistakes if I had gone out wild and looked to finish him. That maybe would have been the downfall.
So there's no regret at all looking back at it now?
No, definitely not. I'd like to think, you know what, I had a brilliant training camp. Fight week was brilliant. The weight was good. Everything was good. I believe I executed the fight perfect for 12 rounds, and the only disappointment lies with the judges.
Do you believe that's corruption, or do you believe it's just incompetence for the judges' side?
I'm torn. I don't believe. I do believe. I don't know. I think there's something more to it with Top Rank, with the governing bodies. I mean, you've seen at the weigh-in, I know it was a miscommunication of words, but they presented Josh with a belt, congratulating him on beating me already, and that he was a super champion. They've lined up fighters at the weight below us to fight for the title. Talked about Josh. I think I was a massive inconvenience with future plans that they had for their fighters. And I also do believe massive incompetence with the judges as well.
And when Josh's hand got raised, obviously everyone was expecting your hand to get raised. What went through your head at that moment?
Just sheer disappointment. I said it straight after the fight. I think the next day or two, it wasn't just for me. Although boxing is a selfish sport, it was for Jamie, for Nigel, for Assam, for Lauren, my little baby. I'd sacrificed so much and worked so hard to get to that point for it to be taken. And I'm a team player, so although I was disappointed, I felt like I'd let people down as well.
Do you believe that anything will happen now? Obviously, it's quite a few weeks after the fight. Do you believe that the decision could be changed or anything? Obviously, I think there might be like investigation of the police, anything like that. Do you believe anything would have happened, or do you think it's a bit late for that to happen now?
No, I have no confidence in anything happening. I never did. There were comments made by our local MP that he'd been taken to the police, etc. I have no control. Saying that there was a lot of emails and a lot of well-respected people in boxing and around the world that had filed complaints with the British Boxing Board. So, but I'm one of them. What's done's done. Even if they'd have overturned the decision on the night, yes, going forward it'd have been better for the fights, but it would never bring back that moment in time, the 26th of February, and picking them belts up in Scotland.
Do you think the opportunity can come again where you can fight undisputed titles, or do you think they're all kind of split now and kind of go their separate ways and you have to collect them all, kind of like what Josh Taylor did?
Yeah, I don't believe I'll get a fight for all of them anytime soon, but that's what's driving me forward now. In my mind, there's only one route, and it's up, and I want to collect belt by belt. I want to go down and do what Josh has done over the last couple of years. I want to go and challenge for all them belts and bring them all back.
Yeah, certainly. I know it's kind of old news. I think it's about 3 days old, but I think the WBO dropped you down to number 3 in the rankings. Do you know if that's still the case?
Yeah, I believe so. I've not checked the rankings recently, but I got told this. Very disappointed with the WBO. I'd been loyal with them for 6-7 years since first picking up a WBO title. I've always fought for the belt and done right by them. So for them to drop me at number 3 is not nice, but again, it is what it is.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think they dropped you to number 3, considering you've been with them for so long? That's a bit baffling, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the politics of boxing. I don't think anybody does. Things change day to day. New rules are made, rules are taken out. I have confidence in my team, MTK and Jamie, and people that will do the right thing for me. So again, like I said, stuff like rankings and complaints, etc. It's all out of my hands. I've just got to do what I do and stay in the gym and keep fighting.
If it doesn't feel a lot better now, but you're a broadcaster, like Fred backing you now, you sound like a big powerhouse backing you behind you every step of the way from now on.
Yeah, it's massive. I believe Pro Bellum, new company. They've got some great fighters already, some amazing fighters, a great team in Pro Bellum from the promoters, everybody that works there. And they're new, but they're making big moves already. So I think over the next couple of years, you're going to see how great Pro Bellum can be.
Fighting in Dubai, that's even better. Nice, sunny. And do you do training camps out there in Dubai, or they're just in Salford?
They'll still be in Salford. There will be opportunities now to go out there and get some training. I'm quite settled on where I am with Jamie in Salford right now. But again, I'd love the opportunity to fight abroad. Boxed out there in 2019, had a great experience. So hopefully now in the future with Pro Bellum, we can get back out over there and do it again.
Yeah, sounds pretty nice. Just one more thing. There's a pub in your area called the Catterall Arms, isn't it?
Yeah, so the Catterall Arms.
And do you eat there for free?
They don't serve food, I don't think. I think it's just the pub. I've been down before. I knew the name of the pub before they changed it. So it's nice. It's a nice touch. I've said before, I get a lot of support from this town and I'm proud to be from here. So things like that go a long way for me. And it was nice touch from them.
Yeah, certainly. Jack, thanks for your time. I'm sure I'll come down to a gym in the near future. Thanks for your time. We'll catch up soon.
Fred, great to speak to you. Make sure you get down to the gym, yeah?